this meditation. So it'll probably be a good idea to sit down, relax,
release and let go.
release, let go. It's another. There's no water coming.
Oh,
Right?
I was waiting for it to splash us over here.
Jesus said, before they baptize you with water, I baptize you with spirit. He said, this is what's happening right now. All right. So we get quiet right where we're at. I want to let the seat fully support your weight. Just think about your posture for a moment. You just straighten the spine a little bit. And think about maybe there's a string attached to the top of your head that pulls your spine erect. It's not uncomfortable. It's just as the Buddha would say, dignified. Or nobly born. Sit with spine erect. Let me focus on the breath. Just noticing how it works. Breathing in, you're filled. Breathing out, which is naturally relaxed. Breathing in, filled with life. And breathing out, and relax into love. Say to yourself, I'm in the flow. I am in the flow. Life is flowing, and we can flow with it. Usual, everyday activity is so much more enjoyable when we just relax into it. Love is sublime, but it should also be totally normal. Streaming through the day on a current of goodwill is effortless when we pay attention. If benevolent thoughts and acts are not present, we have strayed. Caught in the interference of self-centeredness, we are blocked from the clear signal. Our ongoing vision is for the inborn native love that exists within us to extend out into the world. We can see how our lives could be. This vision is the desire of our heart. And we can pursue it in a totally unpretentious way. Our goal is to be truly helpful, knowing that our own fulfillment comes directly from this service. Someone said, this is me on the regular. Meaning that what we present is who we are without any affectation. Also, on the regular should be all the benefits that will be associated with loving response. We say amen.
you know.
Now you know. That's a great video. Love that guy. What's that guy's name?
I can't remember.
Oh, man.
Just makes me think of Patrick.
So,
The other books in the
that's okay, Trina.
Henry Movie.
So,
Shamir?
futures. What?
Shamir.
Shamir, that's right, Shamir. That's great. This is,
How do you spell that?
Shamir.
so here's a poem from Hafiz. It's kind of about futures. Ruin. It's all coming down. Sometimes love tastes like this. A pain so sweet that I beg God, may I never open my eyes again and know another image than what I have just seen. May I never know another feeling other than your inconceivable, immaculate touch. Why not let Hafiz die in this blessed day? So this is what the Sufis are always talking about. The Sufis are always talking about things getting torn down, things getting burnt up, things getting burnt. But what they're really talking about is the self, the ego self being wrecked by this ever-present love of God. That Hafiz is saying is there for us all the time. He's not the only one that says that, by the way. All of these great teachers are saying the same thing. So here's this the truth that we operate out of. God. God is. God is all. God is all there is. God is all there is, and nothing else is. Herein lies the peace of God. God is all there is and nothing else is. All of these distractions, all of this pain, all of this suffering, it is so convenient to say it's someone else's fault. It's the modern times. It's this runaway technology, taking away the world I knew. It's the administration, and you can name whatever it is. Could be your administration in your workplace. Could be a bigger administration. I don't know. But listen, it ain't them. All of this suffering, all of these distractions, they are of our own manufacture. That old group that I got the coffee cup from that old group. The coffee cup's got to be at least 30 years old. It says, "Architects of our own adversity." Yeah. So, how do we go? We were talking last week about roles and goals and how we look at the different roles that we play in our life, what we've been doing right and what we've maybe not been doing so well. And we say, okay, these are my roles, and what kind of goals am I going to have associated to those roles? What kind of goals do I need to have in my family life? What kind of goals do I need to have in my financial life? What kind of goals do I need to have in my work life? It's all one life, but we're kind of we're wearing different masks. No kidding. So, and why do we do this? Why do we do this? Because we're thinking about building like a better future. I think that motivation may be an error. So the sign outside, what's the sign say? The sign says, the future is now, or does it say, is now the future? Is now the future. So it turns out that the future never gets here. It never arrives. We think it's coming, we're hoping for it, we're hoping for something, but it's always actually right now. It's always actually right now. And the problem is that not only are we anticipating a future event, we are also holding on to past events. And so we're caught somewhere in the past, and those past experiences are presenting to muddy and obscure the present experience, which is actually the only thing that there really is. And actually, this is the only place, and we've talked about this before, this is this moment that actually we are sharing together, that's the only moment that there is. And it's the moment that God lives in. God is not in the past. God was in the past when it was the present. But the present is now. And that's where God is. God is in the now. Because here's the thing. Because God is timeless. And this is the thing that's hard to get the mind around sometimes. Is that there is no horizontal timeline for God. It's eternity. God is eternity. Eternity is this right now, this moment. Because it always is. It always is this moment. You think this moment just passed, but it didn't. We're in this one. Not that one, this one. We're right now. And we try to hold on to, especially. It was particularly pleasant. We want to hold on to the one that's kind of passing away. Right? If it's unpleasant, we actually want to push it away in anticipation of some better future event. The answer here is to stay as best we can focused on the present moment. So I was thinking about this, just a couple illustrations. Some of us work, we have meetings at work, some of us go to recovery meetings and we sit around the table with people, but all of us have gatherings with people. And just for a moment, just cast your mind to those occasions when you're sitting around the table with people and somebody's talking, or we might say someone's sharing. And their sharing is an opportunity for us to focus on the present moment. But many times, we are not there with them. Many times we're thinking, well, maybe we're thinking about what we're going to say when it's our turn. Maybe we're thinking about what we're going to do when we leave the meeting. Maybe we're thinking about what we did before we got to the meeting. Maybe we're thinking about all of those things. And then we realize that this person's been talking for 2 minutes and we haven't heard a word that they said. And we feel especially bad if there's a tear coming down, right? Oh, we missed something. We actually missed something important. But this is our opportunity. I mean, it's a clear one when we gather together with people for the express purpose of sharing with each other. It's a clear opportunity to get into the moment, pay attention to what's going on. So when I go to a meeting, I have this little prayer when they call for the moment of silence. And it's not the serenity prayer. When they call for the moment of silence, I pray, let me hear what I need to hear. So that I can share what needs to be shared. I don't say, so I can share what I need to share. I say, so I can share what needs to be shared. Based on what I heard. Because I want to be a little bit helpful. And then this is the other thing. What in the world have we done?
A little louder for me.
Yes, can the camera see this? Yes, you're probably watching it on this. All right, so all right, so we just go to the meeting for a second. I gotta stop taking this thing into the meeting. But here's the other, and I'm talking about any kind of meeting, right? Now, some people say, well, wait, it's work, it's business, and work's gonna be showing up on my phone. And it could actually be that there is a time and a place where it would be appropriate having a meeting to have the phone there, because you may be waiting for something important. Most of the time, it's not. So I should leave the phone out there. So let's say I did that. Say I left the phone out there. Marley, what's gonna happen next after I left the phone out there?
You're gonna be thinking about what's
Anxiety
going on
attack.
in your.
My watch is going to start talking to me. So now, I have a watch that talks to my phone, so if I leave my phone in the other room, the watch, see, and I can do this surreptitiously, I can be very kind of sneaky about it, I can put this out and away, and then just kind of every once in a while, I'll take a quick look at the watch. Here's the problem, we need to understand what's going on. There are a number of studies that have come out to show what's going on, that we are actually getting little bursts of endorphins from looking at the stupid phone.
Yeah.
It rewards us for looking at it. Just a little bit. It's doing something arrive for us, right? So for people, well, I'll just say this, I'll just take it off. For people like me, that is a bad thing, because I'm looking for little rewards like that all the time. I like it. I like the idea. So I need to leave the watch with the phone, right?
Yeah.
I mean, well, okay, so the reason I was not about to make that commitment when I started here. That's tough right now, what I just said, but I'm gonna do it. Now, I'm gonna do it, but here's the other thing. Just because I'm doing it, doesn't mean that I should tell somebody else in the meeting that they should do it. Shut up right now. It's not my business. So, here's what, I'll just tell you the story real quick of what happened. I was in a meeting in California, and there's a guy that was chairing the meeting, and actually he was my sponsor at the time. And he's got, 40 years clean. And he says at the beginning of the meeting, I don't want to see anybody on any telephone. We do not have any telephones in this meeting. And he goes on with the readings and stuff, and after the meeting starts, it's a literature study, and he looks over and he sees this girl is looking at her phone, and he singles her out. We should know better at a certain age. He singles her out and says, didn't I say that you're not supposed to have the phone in the meeting? And she said, I'm reading the literature. And she turns it around and she's got the page up that we were reading in the book.
Burn.
And then she called him something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
What'd she call him?
No, I'm not saying.
That's censored.
It was well deserved.
So, well, this shows right now that kind of illustrates the point that I was making about staying in the present moment. And what did he do? He saw her on the phone, he assumed, going back to the file cabinet, grabbing something out of the past, he assumed the reason she was on her phone is because all the reasons he thought people were on the phone, which to text other people, anything but paying attention in the meeting. But he was wrong, because in the present moment, she was reading the literature. Now, so this is what we say. So we stopped actually saying it, but it's a good idea. Just tell people at the beginning of the meeting, if you get on your cell phone, here's what's going on. We're going to assume that you are either reading the literature, that's a good idea, or
Breaking in and in.
or you are talking to your sponsor or your sponsee on something important. We're just gonna assume it, but let's just think about that for a second. Isn't that the best way to do it? Let's do, instead of instead of me thinking, somebody, when they're looking at their telephone, what do I, it doesn't start talking about a conversation, where I'm in a conversation with somebody, all of a sudden I'm looking at my phone, they're looking at their phone, they're looking at their phone, I'm going, they're not listening to me, they're looking at their phone. Why wouldn't I, let me do this, let me say, ooh, something important must have happened. Something important must have happened, something's going on that's important, so I don't need to take offense that they're on their phone. May not be the case at all, but it makes me feel better. Right, it makes me feel better about it, and the other thing is, whatever it is important that's going on, is not my business. So I don't need to ask them. I don't need to ask them to confirm, because generally they're gonna confirm and say, oh, I'm just playing a game. I'm just playing a game. And she says, I'm listening.
I am, I think you think that once. Yeah.
So, how did I get off on this tangent?
Because you saw her playing the game.
No.
You assume.
Yeah, you guys.
Oh,
Well, he already knows what she's doing.
Distraction in the meeting.
I'm not saying.
oh, listen. The whole thing is about distraction.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we're talking about the beginning of the year. It's the beginning of the year, you know, I really would like to improve some things around here. I would like to improve some of my behavior. I would like to improve my financial condition. I would like to improve relationships that I'm having with other people. So I'm going to write these things down. So what I'm doing when I write these things down is I'm actually saying my goal is something that looks like it's in the future, right? It's in the future. But there's only one way to get to it, and that is to do what I can do right now in the present moment. So in the present moment, I can lay the groundwork. And this is how one of the things I was taught years and years ago about this idea of the third step, about turning my will and my life over to the care of the God of my understanding, is that the idea, one of the main principles in it was, there are certain things that I have to do, but the things that are not mine to do, I need to turn them over. So that gives me a question to ask myself in the present moment about every one of these roles and goals. I ask myself in the present moment, what can I do? I should actually have it broken down like that. If it's a financial goal, I've already decided I need to save, and I don't even want to say a number. I figure I need to save $10,000 apart from every other thing, $10,000, so that Debbie and I can go to the World Convention in Australia 3 years from now.
Yeah.
I need, and I'm at 10,000,
That's
right?
powerful.
And then have, so $10,000 in 3 years. Come on, it's arithmetic, right? $3,333.33, and then there's an odd cent somewhere along the line. A year has to be saved. All right?
It's not bad.
That is less. That is 3,000, right? That is less than $10 a day.
Really?
Yes, it's less than $10 a day. All right?
What's a tenor?
Yes, it's less than $10 a day. So how am I going to get it? I'm going to not spend $10 today that I would have spent otherwise. You think, wait, I don't spend very much money. Just start writing it down.
You know,
In the present, here, be in the present moment when you are buying something. Make a note. You can use your phone for this.
recording.
Record what you spend, and then at the end of the day, just go look at it.
Right.
You go, what? Yeah, better yet, at the end of the week, go look at it. And you see how much money gets spent on nothing. So then back to the third step idea is, so today I got this goal of going to Australia. Instead of just dreaming, hoping, dreaming, and saying, oh, it'd be so nice to be able to hang out with these people in Australia, I say, what can I do today? Don't spend $10. Or, I'm sorry, because you're going to have to. You got to live in this world. I'm saying spend $10 less. Then what you have to save $10 today, somewhere. It's just arithmetic, right? So I've got a goal. I got this goal that says, I'm going to talk to my kids 3 times a week. I got 5 kids.
Yeah, that's a busy week.
All right, so what does that mean? That means that today, in order for me to know right now, what can I do right now? I can call them. I can call one of them. Well, not this very moment, but in a minute, I can call one of them and look what happened. I'm so this is the way. This is the way, and this is the way people who have quotas in jobs, how they figure it out. Is they, you know how much you have to do this week and this month and this year to win the trip or whatever at the end of the year. Okay, but none of it works. None of it works if we don't, from time to time, avail ourselves of the present moment. You know, these goals actually work, even if we find ourselves far afield and not staying in the present moment, as long as sometime during the day, we bring ourselves into the present moment and do what needs to be done. Uh-oh. In the guy.
She's in the background. Rubbing them all.
So,
Get power from all of them.
so I just want to say, all of these goals are all fine, well and good. It's great. It's a great idea. Go to Australia in 3 years. This is a great idea. It'll be a nice vacation. But it's really kind of a self goal, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I know that if I go there, I will actually be helpful. I will actually be helpful if I go to Australia. So I had the woman tell me years ago, I said, we're moving out of here, this is, there can't get any success in this town. Once I got my life back together a little bit, and thought I needed to go make a bunch of money, she said, you can bloom right where you're planted. Well, yes, so we can bloom right here, but I can do some blooming over in Australia for a little while. Wouldn't hurt anything. But what I want to make clear about these goals is that it's nice to have goals that are personal, that we feel like are personal. We might share some with our family, but they can't be the most important thing. These goals can't be the most important thing. And this is what the angel told Gary Renard, right, Glenn? What did the angel say? Gary Renard is visited by a couple of angels, just so you know. I'll tell you the whole story later. But he was visited by a couple of angels, and they worked with him for a little while, and he said, I feel kind of embarrassed. I'm on this spiritual path, and he says, I feel so petty, because all the time I'm thinking about I want to move to Hawaii. He said, that just seems really selfish. And the angel said, Gary, you can move to Hawaii. It's okay. It just can't be that important. So bringing ourselves back into the present moment and being in the now, right now, it means that what we do is we put God. It can't be more important than God. It can't be more important than our awareness of the presence of God. Whatever the goal is. This doesn't mean, see, you may have heard as you were growing up, and it sounded kind of foreboding, was this idea of serving God. The idea of serving, I'm going to be, what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to serve God. And it sounded like hard work. But it isn't. Serving God means serving life. Serving God means paying attention to the unity of all life. And so we serve where we go, and that's the first focus. The first focus. And then all of these other things are just like added. Shall I say frosting on the cake? I shouldn't say frosting on the cake, because then I want cake. Who brought all these cakes and cookies around here?
Sorry.
All right. So here's the thing. So if God is all there is and nothing else is, then if I treat all of these things, all of these roles and goals that I have, if I just treat them like they are little aspects, little pieces of God. Little pieces of God. And I give them my love and my attention, then they will begin to come together, right? They will begin to come together. Now, if God is all there is and nothing else is, that must mean that we are part of that also. We are part of God. And so I'm going to share this one thing here about this, that you are a wonder, is what I'm saying right now. I am a wonder. You are a wonder. Is it hard to hear it? You are marvelous. Oh, good. Good. When addressing his students, the Buddha would begin with the salutation, "Oh, nobly born." Oh, nobly born. And he's talking to peasants. He wants to wake them up to that Buddha nature that is within them. And Jesus tells us that we're all children of God, heirs to the eternal kingdom. All heirs to a rich mother. All right, so Ruby says, listen to what Ruby says. This is such a good one. He says, my silence is because of my nobility. I have an answer to every word. However, I first check whether the word is a word. And then check whether the human is a human. It's kind of cryptic, right? All this wisdom suggests that we have magnificent origins, splendid potential. The ego, when the ego hears this, the ego does some weird stuff with it. The ego wants to think that all of this splendor is some sort of personal superiority. But then it would deny it all in public. Take on false humility. Our elders were not speaking of or to our ego. They were stating a fact of our shared identity. We have great internal powers that can be manifested. They can be manifested in the world that we have made. Any attempt, though, to use whatever talents we have for the purpose of impressing others or to appear to be better than those around us will only result in some very surface reward. The wonder will come when we stay in this moment and we are present, totally relaxed into our true identity and accessing the love of God on purpose. That's it. Thank you.
You know what Molly told me the other day, Craig?